And welcome back to part 5 of What If Naruto Had the Rinnegan. Last time in the Naruto What If, Naruto A had graduated, B had dealt with the Mizuki incident, and C had the little, minor issues like with Ebisu and Konohamaru. Um, Sasuke and Hinata had learned about his Rinnegan from him, and they accepted him. It just pushes Sasuke to be, to improve harder. So, as always, a little bit of house cleaning, and there's only one bit of house cleaning this time around. And someone kind of asked the questions, like, not kind of. They brought up that all the Rinnegan users who naturally awaken their Rinnegan have a unique ability. And they said that, why am I nerfing the Rinnegan? What's the point of doing this if I nerf the Rinnegan like this? My answer to that is, A, it's just easier to do. But B, then I have to think up something unique for Naruto, and that could literally be anything. Because the unique abilities we see with Madara is with honestly, let's be honest, we only really see a unique ability with Madara. Because Pain and Obito had Madara's eyes. They didn't have their own unique Rinnegan. The only Rinnegans we see past that are with the Otsukis. Is it Okutskis or Otsutskis? Otsutskis, I think. Like Kaguya, and then everyone you get in like the Boruto series. And that's one of those things where it's like, can we say that that's unique to because of the Rinnegan, or just unique because they're aliens, basically? And let's not forget the 6 as well. But what the 6 could do, theoretically, arguably, is beyond what we see anyone else do, and we don't know if that was from the Rinnegan or from anything else. So, but let's address the Madara thing real quick, and I don't want to go too long on this, obviously. So maybe for one more minute, is that yes, he had a unique ability with the Limbo clones, and he used the Infinite Tsukiyomi. But if the Limbo clones were unique to him because of the Rinnegan, then why weren't they transferred over to Pain or Obito when they got his Rinnegan? They would still be his Rinnegan they got. So why weren't they able to use it? Why was that never even brought up until then? My likely guess is it dealt more with the fact that it was the 6 paths chakra and Rinnegan that that was enabling him to do things. It was a combination of things, not just the Rinnegan. So that's my argument to that. No, I mean, we just don't know enough about the Rinnegan to really give a comprehensive answer, but that is my answer for that. Regardless, we move ahead now to the graduation. Now, I think I addressed this in the last video, but just in case I didn't, Naruto's wardrobe at this point is what I had said previously, but added. It's Jiraiya's wardrobe, basically, but inversed with different colors. In essence, Naruto wears a burnt orange, it was like a gi or a hakama, or I can't remember exactly what it's called. Jiraiya's underclothes. He wears like a burnt orange version of that with a black outer coat, haro, I think it is called in Japanese. It's like what the captains in Bleach wear. So that's Naruto's wardrobe. Sasuke has been, because they've been training together, Hinata, him and Sasuke, their wardrobes have kind of changed a little bit too. Not much for Sasuke, although I think I would give him pants. I do think I would give, because I don't know what the point of the shorts were. I mean, yeah, they're a bit more mobile and breezy, but a good pair of pants are just as good. And they'll keep you warmer in colder months, like, say, going to the village hidden in the snow. We're not doing that. I never do the movies. Hinata's wardrobe, I think, would stay about the same. Maybe you could see her go into a smaller version of her Shippuden clothes, her Shippuden outfit, but I think hers would stay the same. Although you might see her grow her hair out a little bit. She's probably not going to be growing her hair out just for Naruto. Maybe she just does it as a whim. But maybe she'd be growing her hair out. She walks with a lot more confidence. All that. But then you get into, and we have, by the way, I might have misspoke. We're past the graduation, obviously. Now we're into the team selections. And Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata all meet up and they all, hang out and they all sit together. Now, they're sitting together and they're talking. And you would still get the whole Sakura and Ino thing. It's like, yeah, I'm first. It's like, give it up. My foot was half an inch, half a centimeter in front of you. Everyone saw it. And it's just like, oh. And it's like, oh, well, they're here again. Then Sasuke just muttering, please don't be on my team. Please don't be on my team. Please don't be on my team. And Sasuke and Naruto and Hinata are just like, it's like, Yeah, it'll be rough on but don't worry. If anything, I got a hunch things might be going our way this time. Oh, really? You got some inside track information? More like just a feeling. My eyes, they're full of wisdom. And then Sasuke and both say, "Hey," as I get Sasuke, can mind if I sit next to you? And Sasuke's about to answer, "No, I'm sitting next to Sasuke. Actually, I was here first, so I'm sitting next to Sasuke." They do, and Naruto and Hinata and Sasuke is like, they do realize you're both sitting next to me, right? I don't think they realize this at all. And finally, Iruka gets in, and like, and now shut up and sit down! So they all shut up. He's like, Sakura's basically sitting behind him. So now it's because you all graduate now, but this is only the beginning. You'll go to, you gotta sign your joining teams. Well, announce the teams now. They start announcing teams. Like, Team 7 is Naruto Uzumaki. Oh, Sasuke Uchiha. Hey, it's like, and it was Sakura Haruno. Who got into Hinata Hyuga. So Naruto and Hinata's like, yeah, all right, come on. It's like, and Sasuke Uchiha. Right on. It's like, yeah, sweet. It's like, and they kind of like do their fist pump, that kind of, symbolic friendship bumps. Like, and Sakura's just like, what? And Ino are both like, why? It's like, how does she get on this thing? She doesn't even like the kid. But they're best friends, sure. But no, I love Sasuke. This isn't how it's supposed to go. And then Squad 8, Sakura Haruno. Actually, it would be alphabetical, wouldn't it? Kiba Inuzuka. Hi Aberrana. No, Shino got announced last. I'm just remembering my alphabet real quick. Hij. So Hyuga, Inuzuka, and then Aberrana. Or was it done H? Oh no, it was done. Now I remember how it was done. It was done first name. So Kiba Inuzuka, Zuka, Shina, Sakura Haruno. Huh? And Shino Aberrana. Oh god, I put the dog in the bug. Oh god. Then obviously Ino gets announced and everything like that. Basically, everyone's instructors come, and one thing they hear though is that mainly when they hear Kakashi's our sensei, Naruto perks up like, Kakashi Nison's gonna be our sensei. That's gonna be awesome. However, and then he just gets up. I'm going on a ramen one. You guys want anything? What? Yeah, I'm going on a ramen. But they told us to wait for our sensei, Naruto. Yeah, the thing is, I kind of know the guy a little bit, and if I know him as well as I do, he's going to be at least an hour late. It's not going to take more than 20 minutes to do this. So yeah, any takers? It's like, and Sasuke just listens like, I'll take some dumplings from insert random shop here if you're passing by it. Some cinnamon rolls from the bakery. All right. He just pops out. About 20 minutes later, comes back. It's like, here we go. And then he pulls out a scroll. It's like, poof. It's like, wow, how'd you do that? Oh, that was just something someone taught me. It's really easy. It's a storage scroll. It's really easy. And sure enough, his ramen's hot. Dumplings are fresh. Cinnamon rolls freshly baked. And some ice cold. Beverages. And Hinata knows. He's like, oh, why'd you give me milk? Oh, I mean, I like a good pastry too, Hinata. You're going to need something to wash that down. And she realizes like it's ice cold milk. So think of it. I mean, you ever have like pastries like cookies, brownies, cinnamon rolls, anything with peanut butter? What is better than ice cold milk to wash that bad boy down with? She's like, it's like in her head, it's like, he's so perfect. He got me my favorite food. Oh, he's so perfect. Meanwhile, she's basically just in her own bliss, eating that. He's just enjoying this ramen. Pretty much all the teams have been selected at that point. At that point, they're just kind of chatting, chilling, whatever. And Kakashi eventually shows up, and he's like, oh, there you are, Naruto. It's good to see you. All right, meet me up on the roof in 5 minutes, guys. What? It's like, yeah, just go with it. So they meet him on the roof. It's like, oh, I'm Kakashi Itake. I'm going to be your Jonin Sensei for the foreseeable future. So why don't we all get around to introducing ourselves? Introduce yourself, yes. Your name, things you hate, things you like, your hobbies, dreams for the future, things like that. So yeah, Naruto's like, It's like, what you? It's like Hinata goes first. It's like, well, Hinata doesn't go first. She says, why don't you explain that to us? It's like, okay, I am Kakashi. My likes and dislikes, don't feel like telling that. Things I hate, dreams for the future, never thought about it. As for my hobbies, I have lots of hobbies. It's like, and then Naruto actually says, like, yeah, he likes to read his book. His hobbies include reading his pervy book. He does, he also just likes his comrades, likes his pervy book, but and he dislikes people who betray their friends. Better. It's like, Kakashi's like, you little shit. All right then. Okay then, Naruto. Why don't you go first, because you're such a smart. Sure. Name is Naruto Uzumaki. My hobbies include training, learning more about my eyes and what they can do, because they're all aware. And Kakashi knows this. More about my eyes and what they can do. Eating ramen, trying to ramen. My dislikes include waiting for how long a ramen takes, and people who just attack people just because they're different. My dreams for future become the greatest Hokage ever. Yeah, it's like, well, it's like, that's good, Naruto. And Sasuke and Naruto are calling, looking, it's like, before anyone asks, I'm one of the few people who is aware of Naruto's eyes, so it's all right. In fact, it's one of the reasons you three were chosen as a team, but we'll talk about that later. All right, Hinata, wasn't it? Yes, my name is Hinata Hugo. Basically, they all get their likes and dislikes. I'll say this: Sasuke's is not as bad as it was. Like, my name is Sasuke Uchiha. I like my friends in training. I hate Itachi, and my goal is to bring my brother to justice and restore my clans. Like, woo, yeah. Great. You're all unique and have your own individual ideas. Come to training ground around 7 a.m. tomorrow. I believe it was 7 a.m. And you might want to eat lunch or else you'll puke. And so he goes off. I was like, what do you think he means by that? If I know him, he's probably just screwing us. We might want to at least eat dinner and maybe pack some like snacks or something along the way. So they go to respective domiciles, come back, and get there in the morning, and sure enough, Kakashi's not there. So they're like, I figured he'd do this. I packed some granola bars, and say, yeah, I got some tea, and say, I got some jerky, and they have some sex. So they're not running completely on empty. So they kind of just wait, meditate, and finally Kakashi's like, oh, well, hello there. Yeah, you're 2 hours late, you scarecrow. It's like, oh, well, a black cat crossed my path, so I had to take the long way. It's like, okay, they're not buying it. All right, so on to the actual test now. And he does explain at this point, he actually saved it for later, that normally, the selection process for the teams, the whole selection is like, okay, we're going to weed him out to who's actually worthy of being a ninja. But in this case, he saved it because, honestly, he knows Naruto well enough to know that the bell test, Naruto will just tell him about the bell test. He's sure that Naruto is dumb enough to keep that from them. And sure enough, Naruto sees the bells and is like, Kakashi-sensei, are you really going to teach us, have us do the bell test? We already work great as a team together. And Kakashi, yes, that's, oh, you happy, Naruto. But no, that's not exactly what I had in mind. And, God's the bells. Like I said before, Naruto, you three were specifically chosen for this. The teams are almost exactly the same, except for Hinata. I actually personally asked for Hinata to be a team with you three, or you two. And why? It's very simple. Between the four of us, we're the only ones in the. That's not true. But it's the only ones. Between you three, and you're the only ones in your grades that have dojutsus. In fact, you have what's considered the three great dojutsus of the ninja world: the Byakugan, Sharingan, and the one that is said to be the progenitor of both of them, the Rinnegan. and sure, though Naruto may not mention it, I too actually, and he actually pulls up his eye for this, and she doesn't. I too also have a Sharingan. It's like, and Sasuke's like, Sharingan? That's right. It's like gifted to me long ago by a friend who's no longer with me. His last parting gift, and is a reminder to me every day to keep my friends safe and my comrades safe. Keep my comrades safe and never go back on my word. Word to protect them. But more importantly, and he puts this down for the time being because he's going to bring it back up for training. More importantly, it's why I was chosen to be your sensei as well, because to basically create a team of the three great dojutsus. It just has to be an advantage that you two have become you three have become such good friends over all these years. And then, they kind of just give a smaller thing. And Sasuke actually points out, it's like, well, okay, that's great, but I don't have my Sharingan yet. It's like, don't worry, don't worry, Sasuke, we'll work on that. In fact, I actually have an idea about that. Now, I do want to address this part of the story real quick, that in the manga, as far as we know, he got his Sharingan with Haku. But in the anime, it's one of the few times the anime, I think, actually kind of outdoes the manga in, like, explanation and just generality. His Sharingan activated against Itachi, but he was just so in the throes of a superior genjutsu that a newly activated Sharingan was not going to see through, that he was unaware of it. Now, obviously, that technically isn't canon, but that makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? That Sasuke's Sharingan activated when he saw his mother and father slain by his brother and the trauma of that. Kind of makes a lot more sense. And to be fair, too, I mean, why? I mean, yes, Sasuke was fighting for his life against Haku, but for it to just generally activate, that doesn't actually add up as much when you think about it. We know it just generally activates through intense stress, emotion, all that. It makes more sense than what it activated then. Plus, when you actually look at that scene, Sasuke is trying to follow Haku with his eyes, and he's just, training his eyes more and more. I think what might most likely happen is that he just started to focus chakra into his eyes and start, darting around. Eventually, not realizing he activated his Sharingan without knowing he had already had it. And that's the thing. I think he was so wrapped up in the fact that Itachi had slaughtered everyone and, the genjutsu, he didn't even know he had it. So, this is Kakashi's theory, is that maybe Sasuke actually already has it. He just needs to get it to wake up. And basically, get Sasuke to focus on him a bit more. So, what I want to, so basically so that's what we're going to, so what I want to do is test exactly how good you are in battle with each other. You have a time limit of this to get these bells. It's like, what happens if we don't get the bells, Kakashi? Don't worry, Naruto. Well, then you fail. It's like, seriously? It's like, well, maybe. It is up to me still. I mean, they want a team, and I'm more than willing to teach you, but I still need to know you have what it takes. All right, fine. It's like, and you better come at me with the intent to kill, or you'll never get these bells. And then Naruto's like, well, Sensei, seeing as everyone here, seeing as Sasuke and Hinata already know, and seeing as you already know, just suddenly drops the jutsu. There's no reason for me to keep these things, keep this jutsu up. And Kakashi's like, ooh, he gets a little bit of a chill down his spine. He's like, why am I getting a weird sense of deja vu? Call back to Pain Arc. It's like, wait, no, that didn't work. That wouldn't work. It's like, we're time looped. No, but, I say, very well, and begin! As Hinata, Sasuke. So, and, Kakashi's ready. Sasuke, begin. Shinra Tensei! And actually just fires Sasuke and Hinata at Kakashi. Like, I didn't even think he could do, oh crap, I didn't think about that. And he immediately has to dodge Hinata with gentle fist. And, Sasuke's just, he's blocking. Naruto's coming in, with a water style, water torn. Like I said, does one hand sign. One thing I'll address real quick, too, before I continue on with this, is the idea that it seems a little weird that Naruto could get handless jutsu or sealess jutsus down that quick. But keep in mind, he's got the Rinnegan in Master Chakra Reserve, so he's got access to all of these. But B, also keep in mind that these are the introductory jutsus. These are near the lowest ranked jutsus you could learn from these. And he had nothing but like 4 to 5 years of nothing but these jutsu combined with the shadow clones. So, along with learning some of his Rinnegan abilities, it makes sense that he would learn to streamline it, in my opinion, down the road. But Naruto, actually, Naruto, honestly, I'll say what I just realized for this fight at the end. But so Naruto comes in, but actually blasts the water torn out. Kakashi, though, actually uses it to his advantage. Crap, hold on, I got a little something caught in my throat. He uses that to his advantage, and actually, he uses as a hand sign water style water prison jutsu using that water, using his the water that Naruto creates, like, and then just traps Hinata, who's probably the more dangerous one to be dealing with right now in close quarter. Actually, hits Sasuke with her, and all of a sudden Kakashi comes rushing in at Naruto, and they duke it out. He goes, Shinra Tensei! It's a substitution jutsu, because remember, Kakashi has helped train Naruto in these years, so he's no stranger now to the Rinnegan, at least some of the abilities. So he's like, nope, sorry Naruto, crabs, still haven't got past that 5-second and tags Naruto, and they got, oh crap, delay, huh? And it's like, no, but you forgot, Prita Path, it's like Shadow Clone. It's like, yeah, I didn't forget about that one either, Naruto, and it gets Naruto with the tripwire. It's like, just It's like, so maybe you should just hang out here for a little while, Naruto. It's like, yeah. It's like, well, I go and deal with your teammates, and Naruto or Sasuke and Hinata are getting ready. But all of a sudden, Kakashi's like, wait, what? Basho Tenin! And then he starts pulling Kakashi back. And Kakashi actually braces himself for kunai. Okay, I forgot about that one. It's like, no. It's like, here you go, Naruto. And he throws the kunai at him. And the Bancho Tenin is still, I just just slices stuff. Oh, crap. Futon Gale Palm. You're not getting away that easy. That's what I thought. Fire style, fireball jutsu. Oh, crud. Water style, what was it? Water torrent, raging, water vortex. That was it. Water vortex. And then just giant steam and air everywhere. So now there's steam, just covering the fields. Well, this has become a bit more difficult now, isn't it? But luckily, this isn't chakra. Luckily, this isn't like the hidden mist jutsu. I can still see through this. So where are you, kid? There you are. It's like, got you, and just tags Hinata. It's like, boom, sorry, Hinata, but you're gonna have to check out for the rest of this. And then Hinata just says, is that right? It's like, what? She had crap. And then Hinata and then Naruto comes in this time with a lightning style, pale lightning. It's like, but unfortunately the mist is missed, so it does electrify. It's like, crap. But Kakashi briefly activates George, and they're squaring off again. Sasuke and Hinata both coming in from the other sides here, and Naruto's in the back, and Naruto's actually feeling it just a little bit. He's had to activate a couple clones now. He's done several jutsu. He's used Shinra Tensei and Basho Tenin several times, and he didn't really get any chakra off that clone. Well, he's still good to fight. He is feeling some exhaustion now. Just like, it's like, man, we gotta get him. And Sasuke is just, Sasuke and Hinata are duking it out with him. It's like, got you. It's like, no, you. And it's like, huh? And then Sasuke is just suddenly like, wait, what? Because he sees Kakashi's move before it happens. Like, oh, you're finally figuring it out, huh, Sasuke? What do you mean figuring it out? It's like, maybe I should help you. Water style, maybe just as a brief mirror type technique. And it's like, my eyes, and sure enough, Sasuke's Sharingan is now activated. And why is that? I had a feeling when you're I don't wish to bring it up. I had a feeling that when your clan was, after what Itachi had done, let's put it that way, after the events with Itachi, that it probably activated your Sharingan, but the trauma of the incident probably you didn't even realize it happened. So then, Sasuke, if Hinata and Naruto, if you're willing to continue, you try to get these bells. By all means, you only got about 15 minutes left, because that's how long I feel like this has been going on for. Like, it's been a lot of this, and Kakashi is doing it, but Kakashi's getting tired too. Like, his chakra reserves they're nothing compared to Naruto's. Sasuke's, I think they are larger than, and we know, I'm pretty certain they're larger than Hinata's, but they're not. We know he knows for a fact Naruto can't keep this up. But fortunately, he's been smart enough to have been tiring out Naruto. Who at this point now, as he gets to the end of the fight, is like, oh crap, I gotta figure it out. And then he kicks in chest, who luckily got one shot in on, and even hit a chakra. Was like, oh, not a bad shot. And Sasuke's like on the other side, so you got, just to put it out here. Here's Kakashi, Naruto, Hinata, Sasuke. It's like, Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata, do it! It's like, we're gonna get it. It's like, sorry, but time's up. And he's like, a few seconds left. It's like, sorry, time's up. But sorry, if you think I'm gonna let you get them, I'm sorry, some weird surprise. Like, you're absolutely Shinra Tensei Basho Tenin. So when he hears that, like, wait, what? And this time you see Naruto's like straining, like like there's blood coming out of his eyes, like putting so much strain on the Rinnegan's. And basically he pulls Sasuke and pushes Hinata, and they both just suddenly rush at Kakashi, and they each grab a bell, but right as they grab it, just and they grab the bell, and they both crash. And Naruto's just like, oh good. What? And then Kakashi finally puts his headband down before, he collapses as well. It's like, well, how about that? If that had been maybe a few seconds longer, you would have won. But yeah, I've seen what I need to see. Whew. And now he actually takes a breath. Whew. Any longer, and I would have been in serious trouble for chakra exhaustion. Luckily, I didn't have to use any of my serious techniques. And they're all just like, oh man. It's like, well, don't feel too bad. You guys did succeed in getting the bells, and I got to say, your teamwork is astounding. Sasuke, you managed to unlock something you had forgotten. I was just glad my theory was right. And Sasuke, for what it's worth, like, yeah, I hate the reason behind it, but yeah, I'm glad that theory's right. I'm glad you were right too. He's like actually, looking at like a puddle of water from one of the texts, like he's just smiling because he's got two. I would imagine he's got two Tomai in his hand. Hinata, your precision with the Byakugan is pretty impressive. I think you just need to learn to focus on the shot where you're aiming your strikes a bit more. Had you hit me a few more times in a more accurate spot, my arm might have gone numb. And Naruto, I must say, you progressed farther than I remembered with the Rinnegan. When did you learn to use Basho Tenin and Shinra Tensei together? Honestly, it was just something I thought up on the fly. And Kakashi's like, what? It's like, you didn't know that was gonna work? And Naruto, Sasuke and Ya's like, you seriously didn't think that was gonna work? It's like, yeah, but to be honest, Kakashi-sensei, I probably could have won this on my own without any difficulty. Oh, and what? Huh? What's that? And all of a sudden, Sasuke, Hinata, could you give him the bells back, please? And he gives him bells, tie them together. He's like, yeah, why don't you put them on your waist? Sure. Why? And all of a sudden, ching, he just grabs him. He's like, Basho Tenin. And Kakashi realizes, like, yeah, this is why the bell test would not have been a good idea for you guys in its original form. But I knew you wanted to see us try as a team, so I kind of held off on that. Because that's the thing I realized beforehand. I'm like, yeah, Naruto just has to do almighty pull and be like, boop, mine. That's all he has to do. But I was like, what? But no, I've seen more than enough. So Team 7 is ready to go. We'll start our first mission tomorrow. So why don't we have lunch? And they have lunch. And that is where we end with chapter or part 5 of the What If Naruto Had a Rinnegan What If. I the minute someone kind of actually, it was the idea I was going with in general just because of the relationship they had, but I was tempted to have Sakura actually have an outburst about why Hinata was on Team 7 and not her, but I don't like Sakura to begin with, but I don't like bashing on her when I can help it. If there's necessary bashing, 100% I'll do it, but if it's unnecessary, I don't bother doing that. But yeah, when someone in the comments had mentioned it too, it was like, it's a team of the 3 great dojutsu. I'm like, oh yeah, it would be that. I mean, I was already planning to kind of go that way anyway, but yeah, it does make a lot of sense. As for having Sasuke activate his Sharingan this early, again, I like the idea that he actually already had it. He just didn't know he had it. That's why he never activated it up until his fight with Haku. He'd never been pushed that hard. So yeah, I like that idea, and so I wanted to play it out early that he had the Sharingan, so that way you have your team of the 3 great dojutsu ready to go. But ultimately, that's just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. What did you think of this chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you think I'm full of crap? Or do you think I'm a god? Or do you think I'm just okay? Put it in the comments below. Let me know. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who wins, what if, superhero, or Lantern Corps videos, Pokemon team what ifs, anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below as well. Hit that bell if you want notifications. I will see you tomorrow, which this is pre-recorded for Wednesday. Tomorrow would be Thursday because we are now getting our legitimate previews for. I mean, we had that week of metal for Call Time, but now we get basically like the Ikoria style when we get the video and all that. I'm looking forward to it very much. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Later.